right, y'all. So, season premiere Monday Night Raw. Really, really good episode for the most part. Kicked the show off with Sami Zayn obviously addressing his boy, Kevin Owens, being traded to SmackDown. Obviously, Sami Zayn was not too happy about it. He even went after Jey Uso about it, pretty much saying that, Jay, you're the reason. Even though it was like, even though it was Cody who made the decision, like, Cody was the one who made the decision to bring Jay to SmackDown, thus sending Kevin Owens to SmackDown, excuse me, Cody sending Jay to Raw. I don't know the whole 9 yards. But as you see in the picture here, they made up, so it's all good. You know, everything is Usi, as always. Ricochet took on Shinsuke Nakamura in a Falls Count Anywhere match. This was the first match on the show. This was actually a pretty good match. And honestly, Shinsuke getting the win, good for him, So, like, despite the fact that he lost to Rollins, he got this win over Ricochet. And like I said, this was a pretty good opener, so I don't really have no complaints with that. Now, we had this face-to-face confrontation with Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Now, I'm not going to go word for word what was said. Obviously, Drew was like, Rollins, like, I don't know how you could, like, forgive the bloodline and just forget everything that went down. And Rollins was telling him, like, dude, like, you got to forget, man. Like, really, like, you have to let that crap go. Like, you lost, the bloodline got involved, like, just get over it. But I say it was a solid segment between the both guys. Their match at Crown Jewel is going to be really, really good. And Drew, I think he's just been killing it. Well, everybody knows he's been killing it with this role. But yeah, this was a nice little segment here. So, like I said, not gonna say word for word what was said, but you have it there. So Ludwig Kaiser took on Gargano. This match is okay. Ludwig actually defeated Johnny Gargano. I was a little surprised because I was like, isn't this Johnny Gargano's first match officially back and he loses? But hey, clearly they're telling the story here with Ludwig and Giovanni trying to prove themselves. And yeah, obviously Gunther was impressed by it as well, but he was telling him like next week I want to see Gargano like in a stretcher. Like I want to see him in a stretcher because I saw him walking around earlier. So it's like we can't be doing that. And then it's kind of crazy. They said Ciampa was out because of the attack, but if you go back and you look at the footage when DIY got attacked by Imperium, Gargano really got most of the beats, while Ciampa, he did get beat, but he was really laying on the floor most of the attack. But nonetheless, Kaiser gets the win, so there's really nothing more you can say. You don't have it in the picture. I forgot to add it in, but Natalya took on, Natalya had her match, and Piper Niven. There's really nothing I could say about that match. Honestly, I will say that I'm glad that they're giving the women something. You know what I'm saying? Like they're giving a story with the women. But as you see here, we had Rhea Ripley versus Shayna Baszler. This didn't really last long. Nia, Raquel, freaking Zoe got involved, and all five women will face each other at Crown Jewel for the championship. So Rhea, you want to dominate? This is your way of showing it. You know what I mean? Okay, so this is a really good match. If you missed the season premiere, I'd definitely tell you to go check this one out. Gunther versus Bronson Reed for the Intercontinental Championship. It's one of those rare cases where you have two bad guys, but despite that, they put on a really good showing. And Gunther kind of showed a little respect to Bronson Reed at the end as well. But Gunther, really good match, and it's gonna be really curious to see who thrones Gunther. And when that moment comes and he loses the title, it's gonna be a very big pop, guaranteed. But good showing by Bronson Reed. He should not be disappointed at all. The main event: Cody, Jey Uso versus Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Finn Balor. And Jimmy, man, Jimmy's stupid, dumb, out of place, delusional ass had to get involved, and because his ass got involved, you see in the picture here in the background, the Judgment Day are once again the tag team champions. Clearly, this is being piggybacking off of what Heyman was saying about 2 weeks ago, how there is an alliance going on with the Judgment Day, and the bloodline. The bloodline helps the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day helps the bloodline, etc. So, yeah, this will probably continuing to lead into the big match where I think you all know what I'm talking about. But oh man, Judgment Day wins again, and I mean it was a good match. There's really nothing more I can say about it. Honestly, when Jimmy came out, I think everybody knew what was gonna happen. It sucks it happened, but it needed to do what you got to do. Uh, Good episode of Monday Night Raw season premiere, and we'll see what happens next. So